Hi friends, Mr. Holland. We're going to go through some facts about Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart as a review about his life. First of all, Mr. Mozart was born on January 27th in 1756 in the city of Salzburg, which is in Austria. Austria is a country that's over in Europe. When Mr. Mozart died, he died on December 5th, 1791 in Vienna, Austria. Now his nationality is he was Austrian since he was born there. And the musical period we know him as called classical. And we use that term a lot for older music. We think of like with strings and woodwinds and brass and so on. But he was part of the musical period called classical. Now Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was born into a musical family. His father, Leopold, was a violinist and composer. That means he wrote music. Young Mozart composed his first piece of music by the age of 5 and his first opera at 12. Now, an opera is a story that is told by being performed on a stage, and the performers sing all their lines. There's no speaking part, so they do action, perform the story, but they sing all their lines. He was a genuine child prodigy. Now, the word prodigy means someone who is young, like your age, who has the skill or talent level of an adult. And so Mozart was pretty talented at music, especially playing instruments, and so he was considered a child prodigy. Mozart ended up moving to Vienna, which is the capital of Austria, and struggled in many ways throughout the rest of his life. Mozart died at the young age of 35. In his short lifetime, he managed to compose over 600 musical works. Now, Mozart was pretty famous when he lived, but unfortunately, he was not very good with his money. So as soon as he'd make money, he'd spent it. And when Mozart passed away, he was actually extremely poor. Now, the type of compositions that Mozart was known for, first of all, he was known for composing things called symphonies. Symphonies are large pieces of music that come in parts that are called movements. And a lot of times you think of like a chapter book. So most symphonies come in 4 parts or 4 movements. So if you've ever read a chapter book that's had 4 chapters, that's what a symphony is like, only it's with music. A concerto. Now, a concerto is a different piece of music that is written for one solo instrument and a group of instruments to back it up. So one instrument's kind of featured, but there's a group of instruments to play in the background. He also did a lot of piano works. He also wrote something called chamber music, and chamber music is just a small group of instruments. They come in different combinations, but those instruments play in small groups and play what are called chamber music. He wrote operas, which we just talked about. Operas are basically stories that are told on a stage, and the action goes on, is performed, but also all the lines are sung. There is no speaking part. And he also wrote sacred music, or music that you would hear in a church. So Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was one of the famous classical composers that we know of. His name's pretty familiar, and he wrote a lot of music, over 600 pieces. Unfortunately, Mr. Mozart died at a very young age, or he might have written more. Okay, those are some facts about Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and you should be getting some listing examples to choose from coming up soon.